With the release of the Walkera Furious 215, I had to ask, is this the first RTF bundle to not suck? Let's find out. There's no denying the impact that drone racing has had on the RCFPV industry. DRL is on ESPN, and MultiGP has over 16,000 registered pilots and more than 1,000 chapters worldwide. This boom in popularity has given rise to a lot of ready-to-fly bundles and kits that aim to get anyone and everyone into the hobby. The problem is most of these bundles are not racers. Heck, most of them aren't even decent quadcopters. Most are from less than reputable manufacturers looking to make a quick buck, which only hurts the new pilot in the long run since their first experience ends up being a negative one. Walkera, having been around a while, has been dipping their toes in the RTF racers for a few years now with the Runner 250 and Rodeo 110. These aircraft look great, but are mostly made up of proprietary components that look great but don't have a lot of room for options or upgrades. Enter the Furious 215, the latest RTF bundle from Walkera. Coming in at around $350 for the complete RTF bundle, the Furious 215 aims to be the first ready-to-fly racing bundle designed for, well, racers. Built on the feedback received from previous models, the Furious 215 sports some interesting features that set it apart from the crowd. The RTF bundle includes everything you need to get flying, minus an FPV display. You get the fully constructed Furious 215 itself, a Devo 7 transmitter, a 1300 mAh 4-cell battery and charger, a few tools for swapping props and whatnot, propellers, LED lights for the arms, USB cable, a trainer cable for the transmitter, and an adjustable HD camera mount. Charge up and fly line of sight straight out of the box, or add your favorite pair of FPV goggles and head to the track. Shying away from the futuristic stylings of past models, the Furious 215 looks like a standard race quad. That's not a bad thing, as it means more carbon, less plastic, and the ability to use more off-the-shelf parts. The 20-amp ESCs are easily replaceable should the need arise, as are the motors. Unfortunately, Walkera has decided not to label the motors, but according to the manual, they are the Walkera WK-WS28017 2500 kV brushless motors. That's all the information I could find though, so your guess is as good as mine as to what would be comparable. The FPV camera has an adjustable mount with the angles clearly marked on the side. This is a simple but really cool feature that I really like, not to mention the fact that the camera lens sits behind the sides of the carbon fiber frame, so it will be protected in a crash. The camera itself is a 600 TVL Sony Superhead 2 CCD with integrated mic and low light support. Walkera really listened to the community here and went with a good camera solution that should please the crowd. Inside the frame, Walkera did choose to go with a proprietary PDB and flight controller. This isn't really an issue since it's at least running clean flight, but it appears to be a custom build which might make upgrading difficult later on. The RTF bundle also includes a receiver and video transmitter of Walkera's own design. The receiver is fairly standard, while the video transmitter is a switchable 25mW to 200mW 40-channel unit. Do note, however, that the included video transmitter antenna is left-hand circular polarized, so if you're running RHCP on your FPV display, you'll want to swap out the antenna for something else. The antenna mounts directly out the rear of the aircraft, which is ideal for racing, and the frame is designed with a little bumper in the back to further protect the antenna connection in a crash. Again, Walkera has been paying attention. The rear also features some LEDs that indicate the status of the aircraft and function as blinkers in flight. Additional LEDs are included with the bundle that can be mounted under the arms. They come pre-wired with connectors and adhesive backing, so you just plug them in and stick them in place. But enough about the hardware for now. How does it fly? Is this truly a racer or just another cash grab? There's only one way to find out, so I headed out to the proving grounds to see what it could do. I'm just going to go ahead and come right out and say it. I was not expecting to have this much fun with this aircraft. If you're competing against top-of-the-line pilots, you're probably not going to win with this aircraft. Let's be honest, it just doesn't have that much speed, but it's got plenty for someone who's just getting into the hobby. The punch-outs are incredible, so a freestyle pilot is really going to like this, and when you crank up that camera angle, you've really got some power behind you. Really, my only complaints are the tuning could be a little bit better. There are some vibrations and stuff when you're coming around a corner real hard or dropping altitude, and the rates are a little low for a racer, so you might not be able to take those hard turns that you'd see at a race. With the camera angle at 45 degrees, I was averaging out to about 2 minutes of flight time, which is pretty standard during a race, but if you're taking it a little bit easier, a little bit slower, you'll probably get the advertised 5 minutes. That being said, there is room for a larger battery on top if you wanted to run with a 1400 or 1500 mAh 4SL. When I went out to fly and give this thing a test, I only planned on going through the stock battery once or twice and then calling it a day. I ended up going through every battery that I had. The Furious 215 is just that much fun to fly, and it only gets better once you tune it to the rates that you like. The Walkera Furious 215 is an RTF drone racing bundle that actually rocks and is worth every penny for those interested in getting into the hobby or those looking for an all-in-one kit. It's easy to maintain and upgrade. Stock tuning and rates could be improved, and there are some proprietary parts that I don't love, and that actually makes upgrading a little bit tricky, but the price is perfect for what you get, especially when you consider the fact that the Devo 7 is a decent transmitter. It really is a racer, not just saying that. All in all, it's a great choice for the new racer or anyone looking for a simple yet quality RTF solution. You can get the Rtf Bundle for $349 or the B&F version for $299 at ucdrone.com.